And we'll go back to screen sharing. All right, thumbs up. Everyone can see the screen. Is that correct? Okay, good. The joy of sharing oils. Welcome. So I just, this is going to be a nice little get your feet wet, give you some ideas on, you know, what you possibly could do. I know that those of you that are joining us either answered the question of you can get your oils paid for? Question mark, exclamation point, right? Your monthly orders, oils paid for, or you can make residual income with this. Like, oh my gosh, what? And now more than ever with the season that we're in, people are really starting to think about residual income and, you know, possibly being out of work for longer extended periods of time. Those that thought they had a pretty stable, I'm just making sure we're muting everybody, you know, a pretty stable job are suddenly finding themselves maybe not so stable or not so certain. And so it's nice to have, you know, it's nice to have some backups. I say, you know, it can't hurt to have some backups. So doTERRA could be your backup. And there's different levels of it. And one of the best quotes that I've ever heard regarding doTERRA is, you can do this business full-time, you could do this business part-time, but you can't do this business sometimes. So, and that's okay. And that's the beauty of this. So that leads me to the next slide, because I thought it was going to work. Okay, here we go. 3 types of people that we have in doTERRA. We have those that live the wellness lifestyle and love every aspect of it. We've got those that share it, meaning they can think of friends and family that would really benefit from it, that they can really start to use it on a monthly basis and start to replace some of the items that they would have used at a grocery store or, you know, something along those lines. You don't mind sharing it with oh, can everyone just mute themselves when you're coming in? Sorry, okay. You know, you just share it to get your products paid for. And then the third type of person that is within doTERRA is you build, meaning you can earn an income, you can start to make an impact on people's lives, you can make an impact on your life, and you really can dive right in. And so we're going to break down, I'm going to break it down for you, who you are. And if after this call, you realize that you're just someone that just wants to live the lifestyle, that's okay. And if you're someone that, you know, you thought maybe you just wanted to share, but now after this call, you're like, okay, you know, I really want to build. Okay, that's great. Whatever you decide after this call, even if 6 months down the road, you're like, oh man, is it too late? It's never too late to decide what you want to do. And we're here for you every step of the way. Okay, so why doTERRA and why now? I had mentioned earlier that the need for an alternative income really has never been greater. Right now, doTERRA is thriving in an economy that is about to most likely be shaken, as we are being told. April ended up being one of doTERRA's best months ever to date. And the months leading up to April also kind of went that route. So it was very interesting to just see how the rest of the world was sort of falling apart and doTERRA was able to keep it together. People are finally recognizing, if they haven't already, that the need to take a greater responsibility for their health. Now more than ever, people are like, oh crap, I really need to get my lifestyle together. Or I thought I was good, but now we got to get a little bit better. And this is where doTERRA's health and wellness just steps right in, swoops right in and says, okay, let's do this. Here's what we have for you. So some questions that you might have would be, how do I make money? How much time is involved? Is this possible that it could work for me? And what is the next step? What, how, where, when, why, and how, okay? So we're gonna touch on these. How do I make money? So with doTERRA, how you make money is pretty simple. You give people some samples based upon their health concerns and their health needs. You invite them to a class that you yourself are going to teach. Don't get scared. If that's not your jam, there are people here that are willing to help you teach those classes till you're comfortable, until you're ready. And if it takes you 3 years to get comfortable to teach your own class, we're here holding your hand the rest of the way. So you've sampled somebody based upon their needs. You invited them to a class. You're like, oh God, what's a class? What does that entail? Really, it just talks, basically, it's just you teaching oils to people and how to use them. Simple, easy, don't complicate it. They get started with their own kit, their own account, or in other words, you enroll them, and then you support them. What does the support look like? Well, hopefully you've gotten support along the way, and hopefully you can, it's been good support. If not, sorry, we gotta fix that. But hopefully the support has been well, and so it's just supporting people. I always like, it's really, when I have a new oiler join on, it's really exciting because they don't know how to make a roller bottle, or they don't know how to use a diffuser. And it just reminds me of how scared I was and how lost I was when I first got my oils, that it's like a refresher course. Like, okay, yeah, it's second nature to me now, but back in the day it wasn't, right? It wasn't easy. So those are the 4 simple steps. Okay, so income potential. That's what everyone wants to talk about, right? What is the income potential that you can make with doTERRA? The awesome thing about doTERRA is your income potential is based upon how much work you want to put in and how much you want to do this. I can't hold you back. You could actually outrank me and you can make more money than me. And these numbers that are here, I'm going to give you the disclaimer, in my opinion, are inflated. Just to be honest with you, I like to be pretty transparent with people. These are averages, and there are some people that throw the averages off. So with that being said, these averages are averages, and in my opinion, they're heavy averages. If you are to maintain a rank for a long period of time, and you could maintain that rank, meaning solid, you don't really have to do much to maintain that rank, then you'll notice that your numbers would meet the income potential for that rank, if that makes any sense. On the other hand, I also like to tell people that this is not one of those get rich really quick type situations. Again, being in full transparency, the first couple of years of my business, I pretty much reinvested everything back into it. And that was because I saw the potential, and that was because I saw what it could be. And then there's that season, then that time where it flips, and you're not investing so much financially into it. And now you're earning a residual income, and it's awesome and it's exciting. And that's where, you know, we can get more into it. But just to give you an idea, this is pretty much what it could be. And these ranks with doTERRA, these also include the power of 3 bonus that I think we'll talk about later on. I'm going to try not to overwhelm you with things, but we do have a compensation video that doTERRA just came out with, that if you have not had a chance to watch it, it's about 4, maybe 5 minutes or so. We are going to get it put in the comments here. And when you get a chance, just watch it again, and watch it 5 more times, and it might click. Only because the compensation, there's a lot of terms that get thrown around. There's a lot of things that get thrown around, and it can be very like, what'd you say? I have no idea what you just said. And that's okay. It takes things a while to process in my head. So I watch videos over and over and over again until one time I think it clicked. I still have questions about it. But here's the beautiful thing that I want to explain to you about doTERRA's compensation plan real quick. I know that I mentioned that it's not a get rich quick type situation. The way that doTERRA's business model is, it's geared and it's planned out to have your best interest in mind long term. You might join with another multi-level marketing company or another network marketing company, whatever you want to label it, and you'll notice that their compensation plan is pretty much flipped. meaning you earn a lot of money up front, but in the long haul and in the long run, you don't earn as much money as you potentially could had it been geared towards the doTERRA model. The doTERRA compensation plan is one of the best in the industry. There are people, you can't deny that. That's not something that like doTERRA made up or anything like that. If you were to dissect their business, you know, their compensation plan versus other compensation plans within network marketing, it blows it out of the water, which is nice to know. It's comforting. It's like, okay, yes, we did this right. We're good. Okay, let's see. We are gonna flip to the next one. Okay, so how much time is involved? So in a nutshell, this is a nice idea for you. So if I want to get my oils paid for, how much time did I need to put in hours for a week? So about 3 to 5 hours within a week's time. Some weeks might be more, some weeks might be less, but for the most part, that is the average. I want to supplement my income. Now we're talking about 5 to 15 hours a week. And if I want to replace my income, we're talking 15 to 30 hours a week. Now, for some of you, you're like, oh God, that's a lot, or, oh, that's not as much as I thought, or what does that entail? And it's income producing activities, or IPAs, as we sort of call them. And income producing activities are, you know, you're reaching out to potential people with ailments, you're sampling them, you're getting classes on the books, whether you're teaching them or a friend is going to host them and invite their friends, enrolling those people, and then even following up with those people. Hey, did you get your oils yet? Did you open up your oils? Okay, you didn't open them up yet. Okay, let's hop on a call, or let's meet in person. Well, not so much in person right now, but let's hop on a call. Let's get your oils open. Let's get you comfortable, and let's go back to a reason why you got your oils. Let's get you plugged into our community. Let's get you started on a wellness journey that's comfortable and that meets your budget. And so those hours quickly add up, as you can imagine. And like I said, it can be part-time, it can be full-time, but you can't be sometimes in and sometimes out, because that inconsistency is what makes things fluctuate, and then it just adds confusion to people. Like, oh, you're doing doTERRA, you're not doing doTERRA, or you know, vice versa. And it is common for people to go through the different levels, and that's okay too. It's just how it does. Okay, so could this work for me? Here's a couple of questions that you might want to ask yourself, and you can answer them. Are you passionate about oils? Do you love people? And sometimes that's a sometimes for me, right? Depends what's going on in your life or in the world, but that's okay. There's an oil for that, right? Can you follow a system and get things done? So we have some great steps for you once you decide that this is something that you want to do. Currently working through some of those systems now, just to relaunch things and revamp things up, and it's fun. Now, the question that I want to bring you back to, that I always bring back to myself, is this. You know, sometimes this is a business, and sometimes it sucks. It's not always rainbows and unicorns, and it's not always glitter, okay? And on those tough days, the one question that always comes back to me is this. If I wasn't making any money with doTERRA, would I still use the products? And the answer, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is yes. And I always get sort of teary-eyed thinking about it, because of the things and the stories that the countless stories that I could tell you just for my family alone of what these products have done. I would still use doTERRA if there was zero possibility of earning an income. And then you add on the countless stories of people that I've heard within my organization, within other doTERRA people, of how these oils have literally changed their lives, helped them get off of meds, helped them just have a better life, a better lifestyle, a better a wellness, better mentality, you name it. And yes, over and over and over again, I would use these oils. I would use doTERRA's products, even if I wasn't getting paid. And I don't know how much I could say about pretty much anything else in life, if you think about it. Um, okay, so what's the next step? Do you have a wholesale account? Most of you on this call, all of you on this call have your own wholesale account, okay? Now, when you got started with doTERRA, most likely you just got your own wholesale account and that was it. Uh, if you have not upgraded your account, that would be the next step. But before you upgrade your account, I want you to reach out to the person that invited you to this call, whether it was myself or whoever got you started with oils. Reach out to them, because before you upgrade, meaning before you put in your social security number, and then you're like, oh God, what do you mean my social security number? It's really just for tax purposes, so that the United States of America can tax you on your income that you earn. Bottom line, that's really all it is for, right? So before you do that upgrade button, reach out to whoever got you invited or started. And the reason why is because they might have some strategic things that they might want to try and do regarding where you are in their organization. And if you upgrade right away, in order to get you shifted, you have to do some things. doTERRA has put some things in place, meaning you have to hold a class and get somebody started. So we want to help you and maximize your potential the best. So before you upgrade, please, please, please reach out to whoever got you started, and we will do that so that you can start earning an income. Now, the other question is how much is this going to cost me? Right, the next question. And in order for you to earn any sort of commissions from doTERRA, you do need to place a 100 PV LRP order every single month. Now, that's really easy to do if you're able to redirect your spending and really start to look at the things that you're purchasing at Target or Walmart on a monthly or a weekly basis. And then if you could start to shift that into the Wellness doTERRA, you could quickly reach that 100 PV LRP minimum each month in order to earn commission. And that needs to stay set in your LRP cart in order for you to earn the commission. Now, let's say for whatever reason, May comes or June comes around and you're like, okay, I don't want to earn commissions this month. Well, if you don't place a 100 PV LRP order, then you're not going to earn the commissions. That's fine. That's just money out of your pocket. So just to give you an idea of that's how it works. So sometimes people say, oh my gosh, I have to spend $100 each month. That's kind of crazy. But if you think about it, this is your own business. This is you launching your own business. You're an entrepreneur and you're ready to rock and roll. Guess what you don't have to pay for? You don't have to pay for advertising. You don't have to pay for a brick and mortar place, whether it be a mortgage or whether it be you have to pay rent. You don't have to pay for the electricity. You don't have to pay for the oils to come and get sourced and bottled and wrapped and shipped and worried about any of that. You don't have to pay for a website or anything along those lines. So the $100 a month in order to earn commissions is pretty inexpensive compared to if you had owned your own business and had to pay for all of those things. So just keep that in mind. Please reach out for help. We would love to plug you into the resources that we have and the trainings and all of that. So where do I start? What's the next best, what do I do? So really the first thing that you need to do is start making your lists. This is network marketing, right? This is multi-level marketing. I don't like that word. Network marketing is way better. It's networking. It's people, and your people know people, and your people know people. And what better way than to share these amazing and powerful oils and how they've changed your life? So start making a names list. Start thinking about businesses or friends and family that have digestive issues, need help sleeping at night, that are sick all the time. And then we get to give them a sample and help them experience the power that is the doTERRA oils and the purity and the awesomeness that it is. And it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. So if you want to change the world, you have to empower people. And that's the only way that you make a permanent, effective change on the world. And empowering people is allowing them to sort of not rely on the government for an income, not rely on the pharmaceutical industry to hopefully help them get better, but to be able to just take things into their own hands. And Lilia has a great saying of, being a healer in your home and taking, just taking the I don't know what the word is, but the power into your own hands, I think is probably the best way. And to share that this potential with doTERRA. I wanted to open it up to any specific questions that you might have, and answer things for you. This was just a nice light overview. We can definitely dive in deeper if you're like, if you're thinking, okay, I definitely want to do this. I'm not just going to live, that first slide that I have, I'm not just going to live this. I want to get my oils paid for, or I really want this to supplement my income, and let's run hard and let's do this. Does anyone have questions? Lilia, did you want to say stuff? No.
Do I want to say things? Come on. I always have things to say. Really, I think it's just one of those things that when when I knew that doTERRA was going to be what I will be doing for a living, I couldn't sleep. And I know that sounds a little extreme, and it's probably not that way for everyone, but I truly love what I do. If you're the kind of person that loves to serve people, that just loves people in general, and is always looking for a way to help someone, doTERRA really is that vehicle for you to do that. If you're just someone that honestly just wants to get their oils paid for every month because you love doTERRA, you're not trying to supplement your income, you love your job, you love what you do, you just want to be able to make a couple $100 a month, we can help you do that. Or if you want to have it be your replacement for your income or residual income, we can also help you do that. I didn't start doTERRA thinking it would be my income replacement ever. I just thought it would cover my oils, but it has turned into something so much more, and we love it, and we're so grateful and so blessed to have them in our life. But beyond just financial benefits, but just being empowered as healers in our own home and having the tools for all the things that come along in life, and that's just inevitable. So we would love to help you guys. We love what we do. Even if it's while we are feeding our babies and making dinner. We just love it. And we love that we can fit it in as moms into our lifestyle of just unpredictability. Like, we have things going on, we are in different seasons of life, and it's just really nice to be able to do this with our kiddos. Oh, excuse you. So that's all.
I love it. Thank you. That, it's true. We have fun. It's a blast. And I know I'm glad you said that, because it's true. I never set out thinking that this was going to replace any sort of income. At the time we decided that I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. And so I just wanted to get my oils paid for. That's how I started out. It's like, okay, I want to get that free oil every single month, and I got to figure out how to make this happen real quick. And so I literally just started sharing it with friends and family. And one thing led to another, and here I am. It's been a beautiful journey. It's been an amazing journey. And I get to be introduced to all of you lovely people. I think it's all ladies on here, right now. Let me just make sure. Yeah. I get to have all of you lovely ladies a part of my life that bless my life more than you ever know. And I get to meet so many different people that I wouldn't know, because your people know people that I don't know. And they get to see my day in and day out, and I get to see a part of their life, and they get to say to me, oh my gosh, this helped my my son sleep at night. And I mean, I just go back to think that what if that person didn't share oils with me? But that person did share oils with me. And I'm so grateful, so grateful. So that's all that I had for tonight. Hopefully, this gave you a little bit more insight into the possibility with doTERRA. And so if any of those 3 tiers, as we call them, I guess, are ones that spoke to your heart, and you're like, okay, yeah, this is definitely what I want to do, or this is what I'm interested in. What do we need to do to make this happen? I want to get my oils paid for each month, or I just want to live the lifestyle, or I really want to dive in and have this be my income. Reach out again to whoever introduced you to oils or who invited you to this call, or both, doesn't matter. And we will get you started and launch your own doTERRA business. Sound good? Did anyone want to say anything or have questions? I don't want to leave you hanging if you have anything that popped up. Let me make sure. Nope. I think, oh, did you want to, Michelle? No, okay. I saw you reaching. I didn't know if you were unmuting yourself. She's like, no, don't make me talk. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for giving up your evening for about a half hour. Yes, we kept it under a half hour. Okay, good. I'm getting good at this. Have a great night. Thank you for joining us. And I'll have this recording, and if you want to send it to anybody, we'll have that available too. Good night.
Good night, Bethany.